Hello there and welcome. We are going live on YouTube with a PTR call for today. And I think we are live, Peter.
All right, excellent. Well, guys, we want to thank you for being here and for giving us an opportunity to update you on what we're doing and where we're headed to. I'm actually forwarding some stuff over. I want to show you guys. I don't know if everybody's heard, but we will be promoting at the Super Bowl, right? Two of our brands, TruBadger and NSI, will be in the main promotional stuff. Then we'll be at the Super Bowl. Four of us will be there to talk to people on it. And I'm actually trying to forward over right now the event place, the venue where we're going to have it. Tickets will go on sale for this event in the next day or so. It's two parties. One is the viewing party, watching the Super Bowl. Then that party will close off, and then a new party will start a little after that, which is the after party side of things. Give me a sec here, guys. I'm forwarding this to my email. I want to play the venue where we're going to be having it. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on. We're going to talk about that. I want to talk a little bit about, too, where the market's at and some of the stuff that we're doing with growing the Nexus system here. So give me a second here because I've got it. I hit the forward button instead of share. I'm going to go ahead and send this to my computer, and then I'm going to play the venue on there. This is one of the top venues in LA, holds about 1,500 people. Let's see, Peter. Okay, we're going to get that on its way, and then we're going to continue to talk. All right, excellent. So we'll talk about what we're doing at the Super Bowl, who's going to be there, what the opportunities are on that side of it. What I want to talk about right now is where we're headed to, what's going on. First of all, as always, thank you, PTR. You guys have been, you're a godsend at the right time. I believe for a lot of you guys, we were a godsend. And for you guys, we were a godsend. It's just PTR coming to us was at the right moment and the right time. And because of that, we're able to do a lot more. And there's a lot more groups that are getting ready to come to the table that is going to then help us all reap rewards. So the first thing I want to go over, guys, is the entire crypto market right now is down 40%. That's every token. There's a few outliers here and there, but all the tokens are down considerably. And if you look at it, especially in the last few weeks, and our liquidity, so the pool in which if you want to sell your tokens that it comes out of, is in BNB. So as soon as BNB drops, the value of that liquidity drops. And I'll explain a little bit of technical, hopefully it doesn't go. The value of the token, the market cap that it shows on PancakeSwap or through PancakeSwap on PooCoin or on CoinMarketCap is a mathematical algorithm that says, here's the number of buyers, here's the number of sellers, here's the amount of liquidity in BNB, and those calculations, the speed at which it swaps in, swaps out are taking place, all this stuff gives it a multiplier on the amount of liquidity that is there. Could be 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, 30, 40, 50 times the liquidity that's there. And that is for the security of how a token is reacting and that. So people will have this at least some ability to get some money back out of that token. All of those are down because when BNB drops, our liquidity is sitting there in BNB, not US dollars or stablecoin. It's in BNB. So as BNB goes down, that amount of liquidity goes and the multiplier doesn't change. So that brings down the market cap. And that's why if you right now go in and look at 50 tokens that are on the Binance Smart Chain, you will see they've all had this similar drop off, except again, there could be 1 or 2 exceptions. Some go down more, some down go. Most 2 of our tokens have followed that. Safufied a little bit more than that. And we learned a lesson, guys. Life is about learning. And as long as we take those lessons, I will never launch another token in December. We realize that a lot of people, big things in their life is to be able to buy gifts for loved ones. And it's an important part of their life. And so they're willing to sacrifice maybe some long-term stuff for shorter term gains, right? Or for that term benefit of giving gifts and stuff. And I'm not judging anybody, guys. Everybody, I understand life is made up of lots of different types of people with lots of different importance. What's important to me is what's important to you. That's really what it comes down to. Perception is reality. We all have to do what makes us happy. At the end of the day, being rich is great, but being happy is the most important thing out there. And so we all need to do what's going to lead us in that direction of happiness, right? And so that's one of the lessons that we learn. But I have to tell you guys, yeah, Rick just put in big mistake. It's okay. It's a mistake that we learn now when we have 5,000, 6,000 people in, not a mistake we learn when we have 200,000 people in or 300,000 people. And off of that mistake, guys, fortunes will be made and will be accumulated. So I don't even see it as a mistake. It's something that we shouldn't have done, but we didn't know it until we did it. We're not the only token that launched in December. Hundreds of tokens launched in December, right? It wasn't something like, oh, look, everybody else was smart enough and knew this. That's not, oh, yeah, the people that sold. Sorry, Rick, I got that. Yeah. So, and Rick is right. The people that sold off, that is, to me, it is a mistake. I'm not giving financial advice. If you guys know, so here's the one thing that I talked to somebody and they said they think that what we're doing is we're launching too many projects and we're dropping the ball on other projects to launch projects. Guys, nothing can be from the furthest. Every day we work on Catapult, every single day. There's a team of people, programmers, that is their job. We're not using part-time programmers on our stuff, guys. We have core programmers that are working on this every single day. Insights, every day there is a team. I was on at 4. How many people were awake at 4 o'clock this morning? Oh, by the way, stayed up the whole night. Not like went to sleep and got up at 4, but up at 4 o'clock in the morning working, having a meeting. I was with our programmers, meeting the entire team, going through and talking about the future and what we're putting together and what we're going from. And that's not an odd thing. I have meetings sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning with people over in Dubai and these other things. Rhonda, recently, so Dawn's been working with us on the phones, but recently Rhonda came on board. She's worked with the team the whole time, but in doing stuff where she was doing graphics and all that stuff, she just recently, in the last 5 weeks, came on to the daily calls that we're doing and catching up. Rhonda, real quick, can you kind of take somebody through a day of meetings on our meetings days? We have 1 day off, a meeting day. Even our day off, we do several meetings, but then we'll have a day where we focus on the projects, and then we have another meeting day. Can you kind of take them through what those days look like, and without giving a lot of details?
Yeah.
The quantity, the intensity, the ideas, that type of stuff.
You know, it might be better if someone would just want to join me for a day, because I could use the help, because we have planning sessions on like Mondays and Wednesdays. We plan, you know, as a small group. Where are we at? Double checking lists. You know, what do we have to do and deliver to somebody today, and that type of thing. That's twice a week. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's like a call an hour, if not. Yeah, we don't typically do more than one call in an hour. And these are they're a combination of presentations and talks to potential people who want to jump into the projects and, you know, get into insights. And then the other half of them are these projects that are coming on board, and it's all development, and it's deep, heady stuff with building tokenomics and where are you at, and let's do this and let's do that. And the people that are coming to us are like mega brilliant, and they come to us and they go, you guys are mega brilliant. So it's like, oh yes, we're just like, we're meant to be together. And so those are the projects that are coming, and it's been fascinating to see how that comes together. And Dawn, Peter are both, I don't know, they're special in the fact that they don't require a lot of sleep. And so up at the latest hour and at night, and then up bright and early in the morning. Dawn, like, I don't know when you sleep. I know when Peter sleeps, and it's just like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm not sure when Dawn sleeps, because She's up late and
It's
up
a
early.
mystery because I'll call her at like 11 o'clock at night. She answers the phone, and then I know she's up before I get up every single day working with the programmers. Guys, I assure you, every day, Catapult, Insight, Safufied, CNP, we're making progress on those projects. And I think here is where the disconnect is. You guys are looking at the market cap and you're thinking that is progress. That's not progress. That is at the time when the progress is revealed, when we actually put the stuff into implementation. So like next Wednesday, it looks like Insights is going to launch. But that launch took 4 months of every day teams working on it and building it and doing it. And that can't be reflected in the market cap, because what's going to reflect in the market cap is when people are able to go on there and trade and get stuff going. We were just on a call, and he was blown away by what we're building, all these different projects, right? These people are trying to build one project and they're overwhelmed. We've built 5 projects and we're not overwhelmed. We're busy. It's sometimes a little stressful, but overwhelmed is not something, and I can't speak for the ladies. They'll have to speak for themselves. I'm not overwhelmed. Simply it's just like and we could work on some more projects too. Really what we need though is, and this is where it's important, guys, and I'm straightforward, right? We need you guys to help us by growing the community, because the size of the community is what gives us the resources in order for us to do it. We need to bring on some more team members, but when we bring on team members, we're spending the treasure that belongs to you guys. So these are DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, or they're in the process of getting there, right? Paperwork's being filed. I just got our first filing for TruBadger. We're making some changes to the operating agreement, getting that set up. Guys, we are building the most comprehensive voting DAO software on this planet. I want you guys to understand. Matter of fact, we were just on. Okay, let me back up. Okay, you guys, if you look in the news yesterday, there was a hack, and it was in a wrapped token situation, right? The platform that's doing the most wrap, it's one of the top platforms. You know why they were hacked? Because the way they are doing their business is they take from a decentralized network onto a centralized network, back to a decentralized network. And of course, anywhere there's a centralized network, there's a chance of a hack taking place, okay? Decentralized networks protected by the blockchain, protected by algorithms, solid businesses, right? Not all, but the ones we're dealing with, right? The Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, the top chains are great, right? Now it looks like that Solana had a problem, but Solana didn't. It was the in-between there. Muon.net is building the solution to that. We are partners with them. We are working with them. We are bringing technology to the table, but we can't do it in a day, guys. It takes us time to do that. And so Safufied, it's the same way with voting. Most of the DAOs out there are using centralized servers where the votes take place. So decentralized idea, but using centralized tools in order to do that. We are building a truly decentralized voting mechanism, but this can't be built in a day, guys. This is cutting edge technology, and it takes us time to build. What we're asking for the community is please give us that time. Don't go in and look at the market cap every single day, because in my opinion, again, not financial advice, I would not put money into a project that I'm not willing to stay into for a year, 2 or 3 years. And I learned that by not doing it. Got into Solana, did very well, should have stayed in it, okay? I got in, I made multiple times on my money, but then it went from the 20-something all the way to $280. Another 10x on top of that. What I did with that money is I sold it and I put it in other projects. Some of those projects I lost money. Some I made a little bit of money, but I've done the math. I should have left it there. I would have made more money leaving it than taking it out. I have at least 5 or 6 other examples of if I just would have left it where it was at, Theta, okay? Theta. I put $70 in Theta in 2018. The beginning of this year, I went in and went, holy crap. And I had gotten their governance token as well. Holy crap, I got $2,000 from $70. I was a genius. I sold it and I put it in other tokens. I've made money on those tokens. I would have made more money just holding on to Theta. And if I would have staked it, I would have made even more. The problem is if you're buying and selling tokens, you can't stake them. You can't get in them. That's the idea behind the Nexus ecosystem is we're finding projects that have real teams, real utility, that are DAOs, that are set up, and they have us to hold their hand. We have not got this deal put together, but I am telling you right now, one of the biggest projects in the world in the space of crypto has come to us and asked us to launch their token. Why? Because they've looked at how some of you guys are out there going, well, what are these guys doing? Why are they crazy? They didn't come to us because we launched 1 or 2 tokens. They've come to us because we successfully launched 3 tokens. And it's like, wow, you guys are doing another one. You guys got this. You guys understand this. They've looked at our Catapult. They've looked at our Safu 5. They've looked at the technology that we built. And they said, holy mackerel, you guys are the team that we want to help launch this. Why is that important? Because the tokens that we get for helping launch that, which has the possibility to be worth millions, tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of dollars, all of those tokens will be owned by who? TruBadger. That's who will hold those tokens in its treasury. This is the stuff that we're building, guys, but we need your patience. We need the time to make this happen. I can't build it overnight. Dawn can't build it overnight. Rhonda can't. Our team, we can't build it overnight. It is going to take us some time. Give us 6 months. In 6 months, if we're not rocking and rolling, then let me know and I'll help you exit out of things and then help you find another great place to be. But go ahead, Rhonda, you wanted to say something?
It's just struck me yesterday as, again, I've been in these meetings and meeting these projects coming to us. These folks are uber intelligent, amazing ideas, hugely successful. They've looked at our charts and they love us. So they've looked at our charts, the ups, the downs, the ups and downs, the ups and downs, and they love us. So our charts that I used to obsess about don't bother them at all. They're like, okay, your chart's good. No, they're looking good. You're still holding your market cap in spite of all this crazy stuff. Now let's talk what we're going to do next. It's like, took all the pressure off me. I'm like, okay, we're good. These guys are, they know more than I do. And they're like,
the phone call just before this, literally, we ended it to do this. He looked at our marketing system, on our onboarding system, and he said this. He said, I only know one other company that's doing something similar, but it's not really similar because in order to get their concierge service, which they call crypto concierge, you must buy into their program first, and then you have access to what wouldn't be free onboarding. It's paid onboarding, right? Because I had to pay to be in the system, then to be onboarded. Just the simple fact, and here it is, guys, we could stop our onboarding. How many people here that are on the Zoom or YouTube came in because of our onboarding? And put a 1 in if you came on because with the onboarding system, the TruBadger onboarding system. Okay. So here's the key, guys. If we were out doing the marketing, the pump and dump marketing, we would not have had that onboarding system. Because what we're doing is other tokens are taking their money and they're spending it on pump and dump marketing. We're taking our money and we're spending it on onboarding real people into the space that care about the future of our companies, of our projects. You can't do both because there's only so much treasury in the bank, right? There's only so much you have. So it's either do we go hire, and I don't want to use a name. I was going to say a name, but just a YouTuber who's going to charge us $10 or $20 or $30,000 and they will pump our market cap, maybe $1 million or $2 or $3 million. And maybe you could grab a few bucks off the table. Or do we take that money and pay our 15 onboarders for 3 or 4 weeks to then bring people in to answer your questions? How many people use the onboarding system to get themselves set up with Matic in their wallet? If you're participating, put in a 2 if they helped you with your onboarding for that. We wouldn't be able to do that, guys, if we were out spending money to just pump the market cap. That is exactly what we have to do, guys. We can only say pump up the market cap or spend our money on building real relationships. Now, if you feel you have a real relationship with this community, the Nexus team, whether it's an onboarder, myself, Dawn, Rhonda, put a 3 in the chat. That's real community to me, is feeling like we have a relationship. We know each other. We've spent time with each other. We've worked together. You know, we care about you, right? And that only can be done. There is a cost to that. And it's not like it's a cost because they have to pay their bills, right? Our onboarders need to be able to pay their rent and pay their stuff. They're working for lower wages than normally what they would get paid. But they want to provide value. They want to be part of what we're doing. And so yes, Sharona is an angel. I agree 100%. She definitely is an angel. And I've seen her when she's upset and she's still an angel, right? So, I mean, it just literally, even when she's angry, she's an angel. So the key here, guys, is we're here for the long haul. I got to be honest with you guys. Tomorrow, the market cap could pump to $100 million. It ain't gonna do me any good because I'm not gonna sell any of my tokens. It would give us money and innovation and marketing because we could then switch it from our token to other tokens and then use that money to move things forward. So it does help in that way. But for me personally, I ain't selling my tokens at no $100 million market cap. I believe we're going to get to a $50 billion market cap with TruBadger in the next 5 to 8 years. Why would I sell my stuff at a 500 times less money, right? From where it's at right now? I believe we're going to 500x from where we're at right now. So why wouldn't I hold on to it and stay here and continue to develop and move this thing forward? But I want to assure you guys, every day, it doesn't matter, we're launching Stardom token. By the way, we built the entire program, right? We helped them with their tokenomics. We helped them with everything, the DAO, because it's a standalone DAO on its own. We helped formulate that and put that stuff together. That's one of the projects that we're working on. But I got to tell you, the energy and the excitement that's coming off of that is absolutely incredible. One source that they have, that once we get it launched, that they'll bring it to, has 5 million followers. 5 million followers, one source. Now imagine, I want you guys to get a picture here. We launched the Stardom token DAO. And in collaboration with Stardom Chance, they then open the doors to 5 million people. And they learn about Stardom. And then while they're there, they learn about the Stardom token. Then when they're there, they learn what? Oh, this is part of what? A Nexus ecosystem? What's the Nexus ecosystem? Oh, what's this TruBadger? Wait a minute. You mean TruBadger holders got a 3% reward of all the Stardom token DAO? Yes. Oh, by the way, I guess I just dropped the ball, right? I mean, whatever you call it. What do you call it? A bomb? There you go. By holding TruBadger tokens, help me, Don.
By holding TruBadger tokens, you are a part of every future project we do.
No, but the screen capture,
Oh, snapshot.
Snapshot, there you go. Bam! I knew she did it. So the snapshots of those will start next week. There'll be 5 snapshots, 2 before it launches and 3 after it launches. So if you hold your TruBadger tokens, we'll take the average of the 5 snapshots. I have 1 million on the first snapshot, 1 million on the second, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. I get my stardom tokens that I can go claim off of that 1,000,000 tokens. I've had 1,000,000 and then 3 and then 5 and then back to 1. It's an average of those 5. And so 3% of all stardom tokens will be airdropped or claimed reward to the TruBadger community. Guys, there's value here just for holding TruBadger. Why would I want to sell my TruBadger tokens now when they're going to be worth, in my opinion, 500 times what they're worth right now? And I get tokens along the way that have the potential to be worth that much more. We've already done it for Safufied. We've already done it for Insights. We're going to do it for Catapult. We're going to do it for CNP. We're doing it for the Stardom token. We're going to do it for da-da-da-da token. We're going to do it for da-da-da-da token. We're going to do it for da-da. So now I want to get to that. I believe what's happening with some people is they're getting overwhelmed. They want to participate in everything. So the fear of loss is, well, all my money's already in TruBadger or in Safufied and Insights. I don't want to sell those. I don't have any more money. Don't worry about it, guys. I don't want to give advice, but I have to give advice. Do not, please do not run your life by the fear of loss. Wake up every day and know that these projects are tied. If you're already in TruBadger, you're already participating in every single project. Why? Let's say you don't have right now the funds to do the Martian, right? TruBadger is getting 20 Martians that will be in its treasury. You do, by holding TruBadger, you own a part of 20 Martians. The next project, the Crypto Gods. TruBadger will hold crypto gods in its treasury. CNP will hold Martians in its treasury. It will hold crypto gods in its treasury. All of this fits together, guys. That's the beauty of the Nexus ecosystem. You cannot be left out. A rising tide raises all ships. I was just talking about Stardom. Stardom, you might be like, I don't want to participate in another project. Don't, because when that 5 million people get to see about it, plus, and then they find out about the Nexus system, they're going to come in and buy TruBadger. You already hold TruBadger. Rising tide raises all ships. You already own Insights. Rising tide raises all ships. You already own some Safufied. Rising tide raises all ships. We're continuing to move forward, continuing to build on a daily basis. I would love to say I work 6 days a week, but I'd be lying to you to say that because I work 7 days a week. Every single day for the benefit of this community, for the benefit of the holders of TruBadger, Insights, Safufied, and soon to be Catapult and CNP and all the other projects that we're working on. That we are dedicated to doing this. This is not a part-time gig to us. We're in it for the long haul. And we're excited about the partnership, the relationship between us and PTR. We've been blessed. I will say this 100 times. And by the way, guys, I have a saying. If you're going to say thank you, you need to show thank you. Okay? If you're going to say thank you, you have to show thank you. Because thank you is simply a word. What gives that word power is the actions you take after you say thank you. Thank you. Let me go help build $1 trillion worth of wealth over the next 5 to 8 years. We're grateful to PTR. So what are we going to do? We're going to go out and build $1 trillion worth of wealth over the next 5 to 8 years. Now, you get to decide whether you're going to stay with us and participate in that. We're going to repay it, but your part of that is you have to stay engaged and you have to be a part of it. I've talked to so many people, some are community members here, that were in Bitcoin when it was, $800, and they sold their Bitcoin and they thought, oh, let's have a celebration. Let's pop the cork. Let's have a party, because they were happy and excited that they made, 5 times their money, 10 times their money. But the one thing they regret is selling it at this point. Why? Because if they would have held it, it would have went as high as 60-something thousand. But even right now with it down, they'd have $37,000. Some of these people had 10 Bitcoin. They'd have 370 grand. What they did is they cashed it out. They've spent that money. It's gone. They don't have the residual from it. But right now, if they just would have held on to that, they pulled out maybe $8,000 or $10,000. Did it help them? Probably. Did it change their lives? No. Would holding on to 10 Bitcoin by now have $370,000 sitting there change your life? Absolutely. You could cash that out now, pay the taxes on it, and have 225,000 sitting there. You could put in an annuity and make $1,000 a month for the rest of your life, right? This is the concept and the idea of, I don't know anybody that is grateful that they sold off their Ethereum, after the last crash. They were excited about it. They're all upset. One of the members here had brought on somebody in the token. As a matter of fact, I just found out yesterday, he lent her the money to buy Ethereum in 2018. She bought $2,000 worth of Ethereum. This is important, guys. Very important story right here. $2,000. Ethereum crashes like the following week. She gets so upset. She says, forget it. I don't want to deal with it. But she did make one very smart decision. Instead of cashing it out, pulling out a few $100s, which wouldn't have changed her life at that time, she just said, I'm just going to forget about it and just leave it. When Bitcoin or Ethereum was up in this, up at its high, about 3,800, 4,000, he recontacted her about the Nexus ecosystem. She said, oh yeah, remember, we had that crypto that you lent me the money on for. Let's go look and see what it's there. Took him about a week to find it and get in her account. Over $64,000 sitting in that account. Now imagine if she would have sold it off, took the few $100s, spent it, and did not leave it there. We have another member that bought a Bitcoin in 2013 for $113. He was able to find the receipt from Walmart when he did it. Corey and him worked together for a few weeks. They were able to find it and recover it, over $60,000. Guys, if that does not show you the power of holding, I'm going to give one more story here. My brother had gotten a woman into Gladiacoin a few years ago. It ended up being a scam. She had bought $4,000 worth of Bitcoin. She lost half of that in Gladiacoin. The other half she had sitting there. She just was so mad and frustrated about the thing. She just said, forget it. She made the right choice though. Did not sell off what she had. She kept it. They logged into her wallet here about a month or so ago when we were launching Safufied, so a little over a month ago. Over $24,000 sitting in her wallet. I want you guys to think about that from a perspective. She thought she lost 4,000 essentially, and instead made $20,000 on something that should have been a disaster. Jason Corey's doing well. He will be back. Absolutely, for sure. He's just taking some time off. If you ever want to need a vacation, on an extended long vacation, come to work with me day in and day out for 6 years, and you'll need a long vacation as well. So it's not an easy task to work hand in hand with me.
There's hope, Dawn. There's hope.
You will get calls at 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not a person who will send a message. I want to talk to the person I need to. And by the way, if you don't pick up the phone, I'm probably going to call 6 or 7 more times. I'm going to try you on Skype. I'm going to try you everywhere. And it's okay if you don't pick up if you're doing something, but I want to make sure that I'm just not missing you. Your phone's sitting up somewhere else, right? And you're away from it. I just want to make sure, because we need to get it done. We need to get it done now. So he will definitely be back. Corey will never not be a part of this team and what's going on here, guys. Intricate, just a big part of what we've been able to do and put together. So, all right. Where are we at? Okay, so here it is, guys. We make promises, and we make promises, we keep it. You guys know we launched a new forum. If you want to become a paid member of that forum, you can. You will get airdrops this month. The airdrop is going to be Stardom token. that you'll get, a claim really. So by being a monthly paid person, our sponsor of the forum, which is the Meta District, right? The Meta District is Stardom this month. So they will it'll happen next month or the following month. Once the token is launched and all that, there'll be a claim that you can go do for being a monthly subscriber. Next month, there'll be a new sponsor. The following month, a new sponsor. Every month there'll be a sponsor, and it may be an NFT. It may be some digital assets, so crypto. It may be some other valuable thing, okay, that you'll get for being a part of that. Now, what we did is when we built it, we said if you're a paid PTR member, that you would also have access to the site. And we've kept that promise. We have a code that will be sent out to you. The paid members will get the code. Please don't share it with anybody else. Okay. Now, here's the difference, though. You will not get the digital asset drop as a PTR member that's in for free. If you want to get that, you will have to become a paid member. What's going to be in the site? Every month, there will be an airdrop. That is a thing where you can go like, share, comment, legitimate, get $5, $10 of a crypto that's maybe early phases that hopefully will become worth a lot more. Number two, there will be a farming or staking opportunity for you to put $100 in a few. The one we're going to be doing this month right now for providing LP, if you did like, let's say $100 in BUSD and $100 in their token. These are not Nexus projects, guys. These are projects that we know the founders of. We have vetted them, and they have great long-term potential. Never any guarantees, but that the staking is, I believe, on BUSD right now is 162% a year. And of course, you can restake it, and you have the price of the token going up. So that's where it's running right now, about 160% a year. That will be in there in the next week. So there'll be a video that'll walk you through if you want to do it. That is up to you as a Meta District holder. So you got the airdrop, you got that, you've got the sponsors, digital assets. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Dennis. Dennis is a member and he paid for it, and he will, if you do pay for it, guys, you do get the reward on that. Okay. So those are three. Also too, guys, I will be doing an evaluation of tokens, and I will spotlight and do a video on a token. It'll be towards the end of the month right now, just because of how busy we are. And if you're anytime during February, you get it in, you'll get the reward of February. Okay. And then there will also be funny stuff. There'll be articles in there, all kinds of information. This is a standalone project. It's one of the assets that are being built to help support the Nexus ecosystem. Our goal is to attract thousands, tens of thousands of members, and then be able to expose them. So the trading section on it that was being sponsored by NSI. There's going to be a security feature where when somebody lands on it, it will tell them safety things not to do. Don't give out your seed words. Don't do that. That is being sponsored by Safufied. Okay. So our projects will sponsor them. We have an NFT section that's for members that want to come in. There's a free section. We're going to put some paid content eventually together. So there'll be free NFT and paid NFT for the paid members. But the free NFT is being sponsored by CNP. As we build those audiences and we grow that, that's going to give us the ability to then get exposure to our brands and move forward from there. But it will be a fully standalone project. We're running it right now, but in the next 3 or 4 months, it will break away, have its own team of people that will then go out and bring in other sponsors and other stuff, with the idea, guys, of heavy vetting of any project that we bring in. The first farming project we're going to give you guys is we've been on the phone with the team. We've talked with them several occasions. And so we know, as a matter of fact, it's one of the only 2 projects that have a team that is doxed, is a decentralized exchange. And that's what it is. I will tell you that our TruBadger tokens will be going on there to be traded here sometime in the near future, as well as NSI and Safufied. So they'll be going over that way. Now, we're also working with Muon. Muon is a phenomenal project, cross-chain. This is another technology on the cutting edge. I had mentioned it a little bit earlier. We've got our partnership with them. We're going to be developing projects with them. Okay. On theirs, the first NFTs launching using their technology will be our NFTs. And it's not only because we're the only ones that want to do it. The biggest NFT projects in the world want to use their technology. We're just first. And it's because of what you guys have helped us do. I keep going over this, guys. The quality of our community will determine the opportunities that we're able to bring, that are brought to us, that we're able to put together deals with, and that we're able to execute on. And so that means what? People that are not, you don't have to hold forever, but hold for a long enough period of time. And when you do decide I need to get on a little bit, take out what you need, stay in the project, believe in it, and keep moving forward and going from there. It was interesting because one of the calls that we had on the AMA on Stardom, and I want to point this out, guys. Somebody posted, there were some very influential people on there that were looking at what we're doing. This did not affect them because they asked me and I explained it to them. They said, oh, no problem. Somebody put a negative comment in the chat and they noticed it, right? Because they're watching. They're there examining, looking at it, saying, do we want this community to be a part of it? And there was just a negative comment that was in there. Again, it didn't harm anything. I'm not throwing somebody under the bus or anything. It's just what we do. People are watching us to see, are we the people? Are we the community? Are we the project team that they want to deal with and that they want to? And by the way, the comment going in there, when I answered the question and I was forward with what was going on, it actually probably helped us put the deal together, right? We turned it into a positive, and we'll always do that because we're transparent and we're across the board. So one more thing I want to cover here. So we covered the meta district, and then we'll open it up for some questions. And that is us growing the community. So we came on a few months ago and said, hey man, we got other big communities that are coming on board. One of them has over 1 million people, and we thought they would do what Dan did with PTR. Well, come to find out that PTR and Dan are a one-of-a-kind, amazing group of people, okay? We came to you guys. Dan looked at it, said, yes, we'll share it with the community. You guys engaged so quickly and so fast and at such an amazing pace. By the way, guys, put in a 1 in the chat for yourselves to give yourselves a hand. I'm serious. I'm seeing this myself. We're working with multiple other groups. No group took action like PTR. I wish they would, because right now we'd be at like $1 billion in market cap. And I'd be like, shoot, I could take 5 minutes off. I could take a 5-minute break or something, right? And just relax and have a good time if groups were like you guys, but they weren't like you guys. It's much slower. It's taking much longer, but I am telling you right now, guys, we have at least 12 to 24 other teams that we are doing calls with. We have a call with one of the teams tonight. We had a call yesterday. We had a call the day before that. Every single day we are on working with these teams, coming up with contests, and we're going to share one of the contests. Rhonda's going to walk you through it. It was a contest working with one of the other teams. They said, hey, can you guys do a contest? We said, sure, we'll do a contest. We put the contest together and we'll see if it works. This contest is not just for them, it's for everybody. So we shared it on our AMA, right? So we're going to share it with you guys again here. So we'll walk through that contest. Oh, no, we didn't share it on the AMA. We shared it the next day on YouTube. You can see the promotion there, but we're going to share it here as well because it's for everybody to be involved with. So Rhonda's going to walk you guys through that right now. So Rhonda, can you walk through the contest?
Absolutely. So I was working on the Meta District. So come on. One of my favorite images of good old Truman there. There we go. All right. So what we've done is we've put together a campaign we're calling the Super Gold Champions, and asking all of our token holders to invite your friends, your family, your contacts. Tell them your TruBadger story. Tell them why you're having so much fun in this space. You're earning so much, whatever your experience is, share it. And then send that person to our onboarding team and let them walk the person through, get their wallet open. If they open a wallet with $100 worth of TruBadger, then you'll receive $5 of TruBadger for free. The person who you brought over also receives $5 in TruBadger. You can repeat that as many times as you want. So you could bring 25 people in. They'll get $5 in TruBadger for each time. When you bring in 5 people, you'll get a ticket into a pot for winning either $250, $100, or $50 worth of TruBadger or an NSI or SAFU fight. And so that will be every 5 people that you bring in, you get 1 ticket into that pool. So it's a simple way, because as I saw when you were putting your 1s and 2s and 3s in the chat, so many of you have already gone through the onboarding system. So you know what they do. You know how easy they make it and how amazing that tool is of its own. So this is as simple as sharing the onboarding system with a friend, having them go through that process. When they get through that process, the onboarding team is going to ask them who is their quarterback. You are the quarterback, by the way. And we'll mark your name and hopefully your email address to, and then the person's a new wallet holder's name. And then you two, boom, you just got your first $5, both of you. And then so on and so on. So the onboarding team is going to keep track of all this. They've got a playbook and they're just logging in all these new wallet holders and assigning them to or tying them to whatever quarterback brought them in. And we're running this through the end of the month. So through February, how many days in this month? 28. And I think just for fun, Peter threw in a little something else that potentially somebody could get a ticket to a party that's after the Super Bowl. If you're in the area and you have a ticket in the special pot with, for 5.
If you've brought 5 people in, you'll get a ticket in there. We'll draw from that. If you're able to attend the party, we're going to give 1 ticket away to the after party or the viewing event, whichever one you want to do, for you to be able to come and be at the event with us. I'm going to go over a little bit about who's going to be at the event and what this event is here as soon as Rhonda is done. So guys, if we get a lot of participation in this contest, we'll run another one next month and we'll continue to run these and put them forward. We'd rather do this and get TruBadger in your hands more and TruBadger in the hands of your friends and family than to get it in, and send it to, some marketer who's just going to go ahead and cash it out and then move on to another project.
Yeah, so true. And as you know, again, because you are holders, once you have that $75, $100 in your TruBadger wallet, you're automatically qualified for that pre-sale, that whitelist. So everybody you bring in who goes and opens up that wallet, you're opening up the opportunity for them to be in that first stage, that pre-swap where we were all at. And so they're able to maximize their opportunity the way you have. So it's a win-win across the board. So easy to just share. There's a QR code. We'll get this over to you guys. I'm not sure how you guys distribute all this information, but we'll get the flyer off to you. The QR code simply takes you to the onboarding section or the onboarding system. So you can use the QR code, you can use the website address, whatever is easiest for you. And the onboarders know about this program. They're going to ask people who was your quarterback, and if they're confused by that, so who recommended you. So they'll get you guys into the playbook and you'll get credit for it. So it's a lot of fun, super easy, especially when you've got the hard work's being done by the onboarders. Thank goodness, they're amazing. And so take advantage of that resource. That's why we've built it, to allow people to enter the space safely and get their feet solidly on the ground as they start their journey into the cryptocurrency space. So go jump in, share and talk it up and send them over to the onboarding session or a section and gather up those $5 and get a ticket in the system, maybe go to the Super Bowl party with Mary J. Blige or something. I know he was going to tell you who was going to be there. I don't know who it is. I can't remember. And or at the end of the month, you could also win $250, $100, or even $50 worth of additional tokens. So go out there and have fun with it. And we hope that that gives you a little bit extra fun as you share the story of TruBadger. And we appreciate everything you guys do, all the new holders we have come into the system. We're always so grateful and try to make sure that they have the best experience possible. So
awesome. Rhonda, can you make it where I can share my screen, please?
Sure, I can do that.
Excellent. I want to show you guys the venue where this party is going to take place. I have a video here. So this is the Instagram channel of where the event is actually going to take place. I'll play this video here. It doesn't have sound to it, so at least on here where I can see it, but this is the venue. Some of the hottest parties in all of LA are held at this party. That's the entranceway when you go into it. So it's got the star-studded, take pictures. It's and we'll just watch this here real quick. So this is where it's going to take place. Oh, we didn't want to see that, but that's okay. There are parties in Hollywood, so there's just a lot of people that have this. So this is the venue where it will take place, and I'm going to go through here in a second all the different people that are going to be at the event and at the party, for people to be able to be around and spend time with and stuff like that. So 2 parties, it's 2 events, 1,500 people in each. Some people will of course attend both. Some people will only go to one and the other one. So it's the possibility of getting to about 2,000 to 2,500 people that will be a part of it. I'm going to go through the people that are going to be at this event that have been contracted with to be at the event and stuff are, I've got to pull up the list here. So people that are attending, like as attendees, we were just told that Jay-Z and Beyonce, I don't know who they are. I don't even know I don't know if they're popular or whatever. Maybe they have a couple people on their Instagram or something. Who knows? They just bought a table for the after party. So they will be there, as well as Cardi B and Offset. They're married. They're a couple. We went and looked and said, I don't know who's this Cardi B person, right? So we looked her up on Instagram. She just has 123 million followers, and Offset, he's got 20 million of his own, 19.6 million. But on top of that, you've got Mary J. Blige that's going to be there. You've got
Snoop
Dogg that is going to be there. You've got Nas X, that's going to be there. You've got Wu-Tang Clan is going to be there. You've got, and some of you guys might be like I was, like, I don't know who these people are, but when you look up who they are, they're huge, right? These are giant icons in the rap music side of things. Jay-Z is actually doing the halftime party for the Super Bowl. So he's planned it. There's 4 acts that are in it. There's Mary J is one of those. And then also Eminem is one of those that is going to be there. My daughter said she'll quit her job to come if she knows Eminem is going to be there. But I'm not telling her that he might be there because I don't want her to quit her job and show up at the party. I don't even have a ticket for her anyway because she's not bringing people into the Nexus ecosystem, right? In order to have a chance to do that, you have to either buy it yourself or bring people in there. We will have the link tomorrow for it. But I think the total is on just social media of the people that are guaranteed to be there. There's over 500 million people that are just on their social medias alone. So I want to say that again, 500 million people. We'll have 3.5 hours, 4 hours during the game to meet people, communicate with them. We have these black shirts that were delivered to Rhonda today. We're having logos embroidered on the right side of it. We're having a Martian put on the back of it, and we're having some stuff put on the sleeves. So there's 4 of us that are going. They'll be wearing these, 3 of us will be wearing those shirts. The other person is a woman, so she's getting her own sent to Rhonda to get made as well. We've had 70 hats made. So here's my thought process with the hats. We won't give away any hats during the daytime event. What we'll do is we'll wait till about 2-3 hours into the party when everybody's popped a lot of bubbly and had a few drinks. And then we're going to go and, by that time we've made friends with them. We've got to know them. We'll just say, hey, here's a hat. Hey, let's get a pic, baby. Come on. Boom. There's Beyonce wearing a TruBadger hat, right? Oh yeah. Maybe Jay-Z wants to put on the Sapphire hat, right? This is our strategy here. We're going to be able to make a lot of connections coming off there on the step and repeat. So every single person that comes through, well, when they come down the thing, they'll go in front of the step and repeat, the famous people, and they'll take a picture of them. On the background, there will be the TruBadger logo and there'll be the Insights logo. So every person will have, Cardi B, we'll have Mary J. Blige, we'll have all of those pictures with our logos in the background. Here's the genius of this, guys. Okay. I got to pat myself on the back. Okay. This sponsorship, which another company was going to do, but they couldn't get it done fast enough, was $125,000 to be the sponsor, the marketing that'll be done through this. I was able to put it together the way we put it together with our founding DAO members, which really stepped up, and then some community members. Together, we came together, worked together, and put together the resources to get this done for about $8,000 total. We care about the resources that we have. The resources that we have are not mine. They're not Dawn's. They're not Rhonda's, right? They're the communities. They're ours, part of ours, because we're community members. We're token holders. That's who these assets belong to. And so we need to make sure that we're doing the best guidance, the best, there's a word I'm trying to work out here that is stewardship, the best stewardship of the assets of these projects to make sure. That's why we invest in our onboarding system and not in pump and dumps, because being a good steward says we're here for the long haul. There's people, Tim and Ran, and I can go on and on, all in time. Donna, you guys are counting on us to build long-term projects. So in a year, 2-3 years, there's money coming to you because you're a token holder, or you're able to cash those out, maybe pay off all your debts, maybe retire on it, maybe leave it to the next generation. This is the thought process of our token holders. And we know what our token holders are here for. We're not here for the people that want to pump and dump. We're here for the people that are here for the long haul. So being a good steward, we need to put those resources to use in long-term projects and relationships. Okay. And that's what we're getting ready to establish here. You guys know that Ripples will be showing their technology at that event. And then also they'll be launching the movie Gamer Down at that event. They'll be doing the official announcement for that, as well as they will be Harvey from TMZ will be covering the event. So TMZ will be at this party, the daytime and the nighttime, and they'll be covering it on their show. So this will be on, and I don't know how many people watch that show. It's a lot though, right? TMZ. It's probably one of the biggest ones that are out there as far as entertainment news in that side. So TMZ is already covering the event and they will be there. And so when they show any photos on TMZ, if they show the step and repeat, then our brands will be on TMZ. You'll be able to see the TruBadger brand. You'll be able to see the Insights brand on there. Okay. So that's what we're doing there. We have about 5 questions. We're going to answer those real quick. And there's some great ones here. Can you please discuss Sapphire activities currently underway that will generate revenue for the Sapphire DAO? And are there currently any revenues? So Dave, I'm going to ask the second one first. No, there are not currently any revenues for the DAO outside of the swap in, swap out tax, right? So that is a revenue source for the project that goes towards moving it forward. However, the number one first thing that we are going to do is we are the leading experts and leading development for companies to be able to form DAOs. Okay, so I'm going to go through some real examples. So CNP wants to be a DAO. CNP is going to pay a fee to Safufied every month, so we don't have to build an entire. We're building a piece of software that's tens of thousands of dollars, and it'll be hundreds of thousands of dollars over time to maintain it. If projects want to do their own DAO, they'll either have to build it themselves and spend that money, or they will pay us a monthly fee to use our DAO software, and there'll be a small fee per vote that they do when they have their votes and stuff going. They'll want to use our software because it's going to be the best in the world. It's that simple. Okay, so that's the first revenue source is there. Now you guys get to use the wallets for free. When projects set up their wallets, they will pay a small fee every month. So they'll pay one to protect their contract. They'll pay one to protect their LP. They'll pay one to protect the other accounts that are being set up. Like we have the innovation and the marketing wallet. So that's the first phase. The second phase is what we call multiple person purchases, where 5 or 6 people will get together and purchase an asset together utilizing our multi-sig wallets. And we're also looking at getting into escrow. If you've ever done escrow, has anybody on here ever done escrow? If you put a 1 in, if you have, escrow is a great thing if you need to have it. If you don't, it's the biggest waste of money ever on the planet, right? You give somebody $1 million and they charge you $20,000 to hold it and then release it. And literally sometimes it's only takes a few hours, right? You put it in on, 10 o'clock in the morning. By 2 o'clock in the morning, the contract is executed. They've given it to it, and they say, "Thank you very much for my $20,000 to $25,000 for doing that." It's very expensive. Our goal is to bring that to a decentralized format and allow for escrow to take place on smart contracts. It won't work in all escrow situations, but it will work. Eventually, we'll probably be able to get to work in all, but being able to do that. So those would be 3 primary revenue sources. One is very close to being done. The first DAO being fully functioning DAO that's being launched is TruBadger. That will be launched in the next 2 to 3 weeks. The second DAO that will be launched will be Stardom Token. The third one, Catapult. The fourth one, Insights. The fifth one, Safufied itself, will launch it as its DAO, and then CNP. That right there is 5 projects that will begin to pay monthly fees in order to do it. 5 projects, and then all the other projects that we're doing will start to do that. So just alone over the next year, we'll bring 20 or 30 projects, 15 projects or whatever to it. MMAC will use Safufied's DAO in order to do their voting. No product. No. I can't say the names of them yet, but that's what does that kind of covering up the names of it. So I didn't, I can speak clearly, but I don't want to say the names. So right now we have about 10 projects that will be using Safufied DAO setup software for doing that. And then we'll bring in a salesperson, a development person that will then go out. And our goal would be to run hundreds, eventually thousands of DAOs for people that are legitimate projects. And then that way, if you guys want to say, oh, Nexus isn't putting out enough projects for me to get involved with, I want to get in more, then you'll be able to get involved in some of those that we've set up the DAOs for, because we'll be involved with those on at least the level of running the DAO. All right. So hopefully that answers that. Let's see. Saw a post on PTR about new malware software that targets crypto wallets and include MetaMask when on browser of Chrome, Brave, Firefox. What are your thoughts? Dennis, I haven't had a chance to look at it yet on that side of it. I did see the article as well. I just haven't had a chance to read it. Is anyone else, if you had a chance to read that article, can you guys put in a 1 in the chat there? I'd love to get any feedback that people know. I do know this, guys, if we're safe on what we're doing, it's hard. It's easy to get hacked, but it's hard to get hacked, right? If you're using safe principles, it gets to be hard for that to happen. If you don't know what you're doing and then you fall for because most of the time they're convincing people. I just was on the phone, not in our community, but in another community. Somebody just got hacked. And again, it was, they were looking to do something that was minimal, like not really that important. They were just, but they got impatient. And then they went online to find it. They went to the good old trusty Google and they Googled their answer. And then a site popped up that said, oh, hey, here's where you can get it. And then they fell for it and they got it hacked, their wallet hacked. Be skeptical and take your time when you're doing stuff in this space. The two ways, there's two major ways that that people take advantage of it. Well, three actually. One is greed, one is fear, and one is impatience. Okay, greed, fear, and impatience is the number one way that scam artists take advantage of people and hack their wallets. All right. Let's see. Andy Walls. Will we need to purchase more Matic to swap for our Martians NFTs since the value has dropped significantly? So here's the beauty of what we do, Andy. We didn't say it was this dollar amount. We said it was this amount of Matic. All right. So it doesn't matter what the price of Matic is. Matic can go down to 55 cents and your 100 Matic is still 100 Matic, right? So less the deposit that will come off. That'll be that was $20 in BNB. So it doesn't matter. BNB goes down. It doesn't matter. Matic goes up or down. If you already own your Matic, it is for 100 Matic less the $20 deposit, which right now would be about, what is that? About 12, I think 12 Matic off. So it'll end up being like 98 or 8. If it stays where it is right now, like 88 Matic that you'll have to do per NFT. So that's the beauty of it. It's not based on the price of Matic, it's based on a quantity of Matic. All right. Let's see. This discussion of current activity is very helpful. I know it would be beneficial to me to hear more discussions on current revenue generating efforts underway for existing Nexus DAOs. Sometimes the focus seems to be more on upcoming projects rather than existing DAOs. Thank you for your hard work. Yeah, and again, and I will go through that. Let's go through that on the other projects. Of course, Catapult already has revenue. Every time we launch a project, it charges a fee for generating revenue. And thank you for that question, Dave, because it's easier to think about what we're doing because we know that's what's going to generate revenue for us. Okay, so Catapult has already generated over $30,000-$40,000 in revenue. Okay, and it will on the next projects and stuff like that. Insights will start charging for the use of the trading software next week, right? When it launches, once it's fully launched, it'll have revenue coming in from that. And that should be significant. I believe with the quality of it and what it's doing, we could have tens of thousands of people paying anywhere from, and I don't know the pricing because that's really Doug's thing, but let's say it's $30, $40, $50 a month up to $100 for premium, which will come down the road. But again, these people are making thousands of dollars off of trading. So they're more than happy to pay for that. That will be a project that will probably start generating hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a month in the next 90 to 180 days, right? From that side of it. Safu 5, we already talked about on the revenue. CNP will get a percentage when the project is minted on CNP, Mixed Martial Arts next week. It will bring in tens of thousands of dollars in revenue. Okay, from that. It will also do it when we do the crypto gods. It will do it when we do, and it will do it when we do, right? So every time we mint projects on it. Now here's the beauty of it, guys. Also, TruBadger is getting a part of the secondary sales of these projects. So let's say the Martians launch, and let's say the Martians go to 1 ETH every time they sell. All NFTs have a secondary royalty that is paid back to the artist, back to the project. So Bored Apes has it, all of them, CryptoPunks, they all have a back end side of it. With MMAC, it's an 8% fee. One of those 8 goes back to us. So let's say eventually Mixed Martial Arts is doing $1 million a day in revenue. 10,000 of that every day will go back to TruBadger. If it did that 30 days, it would generate $300,000 in revenue for TruBadger and the TruBadger what? Token holders, okay? Because we're a DAO and we're moving forward from there. Every one of these projects, guys, has a revenue source and has a way to bring in money. We believe that CMP can be a primary launching site for NFTs, eventually maybe doing a project a week. And I know some of you guys just had a heart attack because you're like, oh my God, I can't buy NFTs every week. Don't buy them every week. Our goal is there's millions of people on the planet to have purchased NFTs. Don't worry about if you don't get in that one. Why? CMP will get some. You're going to get in the CMP token. TruBadger will get some of the NFTs and will build the treasury up. That is a vast asset of NFTs that will then go towards helping us move things forward. I got to tell you guys, and I assure you, I will not end up buying every NFT we put through on CNP. It would be just like right now, if we were owners of OpenSea, there's no way I could buy every NFT that goes on OpenSea. So here's the thing, guys, you can be a miner or you can sell the picks and shovels to the miners. Really, if you look at it, there were miners that became wealthy, but the wealthiest people during the gold rush that got wealthy were the people who sold the picks and shovels, because they could sell picks and shovels to tens of thousands of people that mined. And then the 1 or 2 or 5 or 40 or 100 of those that struck it rich would then go on to become rich, the rest of them. So all of our projects, Catapult is a pick and shovel business. Safufied is a pick and shovel business. We're providing services to projects that will then go out and create massive wealth. CNP is a pick and shovel business. Insights is not necessarily a pick and shovel business because it's selling a service, a trading service along those lines. But again, that is the backbone of trading volume for them. So hopefully that makes sense. If that makes sense to everybody and clears up some stuff, put a 1 in the chat if that's getting you a better understanding of where we're headed to and where we're going. All right, excellent. Tim asked the question, when will Stardom launch on Catapult Swap? And can we use BNB to get the Stardom token? Only BNB on Catapult Swap right now, guys. It will be in BNB. And right now, the tentative date is the week of the 21st, but it's tentative until we get other stuff. There's a lot of parts and pieces that need to come together to make it happen, but we're targeting the week of the 21st for that. But again, it could be pushed off a week. It is not firm. We'll tell you guys when it is firm, but closer to that date. And you guys know we'll have Zooms ahead of time, like a week out, we'll have a Zoom. We'll set up the whitelisting setup for that to happen and then move forward from there. Our algorithm will be in place for this next time for being whitelisted into phase 1, phase 2. And then everybody who can't get whitelisted will then need to go on PancakeSwap and get it, but that's all being done. A couple other changes that we made is in phase 2, we allowed people to put in a set amount at a time, but they can do it as much as they want. That will be limited to 5 transactions instead of multiple transactions. We are making improvements on every time we do this, we get better at doing it. And that will then lead towards a more solid foundation on the projects, which then will, hopefully decelerate some of the fluctuation in it, and then allow it to build a better base for us to build a better base. So we've learned a lot of lessons from the last time, and we'll be moving forward. So we learned don't launch in December. We learned, limit what people can do in phase 2. And then also the algorithm that we're building that will see who are the holders and who are the people that are just here to grab a quick buck and then run off and go stick in another token. All right. Can you give us an update on when a video will be done on next week's launch? Dawn, that's a question for you. So on minting on CNP is what they're talking about.
Yes, of course. So I am getting with the blockchain developer to see when I can test everything on testnet. And while I'm testing, I'm going to do that recording so you guys can understand how it will function. It will be the same on mainnet. And we'll get that done as soon as we can. I'm just confirming with him when it's ready to do that. So in the next couple of days, I should be able to test and get that video out so everybody can understand. Because it is very different. It's new. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. And Susan's question is, when will we know the price in coin we need to buy Stardom? We answered that with BNB. All that other stuff, we'll have to wait till we get much closer. What can you do in the first phase, second phase, all that. So guys, we continue to improve. We continue to get better. If you were here during the insights, we've gotten better since then, and we'll continue to get better all the way through the process. Again, I want to say thank you, and we're going to show thank you every single day by moving things forward. I hope that this has cleared up a lot of stuff for people. We just really are grateful for what you guys have done, and we don't want any tension or anything, or think that we're not doing things in the right way. So thank you for the people that asked the questions. They were great questions. They gave us the opportunity to clear up some stuff. Transparency, guys. If you need something, ask us. We'll get you the answer. Sometimes you might like it, sometimes you might not, but it'll be the answer that we're willing to stand behind and do. All right. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that's our call. We went a little longer today, about an hour and 20 minutes. But I think it was worth it to go through and put that together. Next Sunday, start looking for pictures coming from the Super Bowl party and watch party, and the after party should be exciting. And this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a donation link that if I get Beyonce or Jay-Z to wear the hat, I get to keep all the money in the donation pot. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Just trying to be funny here and go from there. All right.
Actually, I'd be okay with that. I really would. Because seriously, we're talking about Beyonce or Jay-Z. So I'm thinking, you guys, who cares? We're rich by then, so keep it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I am off to the gym here shortly to go work out and stay healthy and stay in shape.
We need that. Thank you. Great call. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We'll see you next week for another exciting episode of Nexus ecosystem on steroids. See you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.